And you know sometimes how you're driving, you're talking on the phone, and you're so wrapped up in your conversation that when you hang up, you look around and you're like, how the heck did I get here? I don't even remember the drive. Well, that's how some of us feel right now in real estate.
Yeah, you know, we've had our heads down working so hard for so long that when we do take a second to lift our heads and get a breather, we don't even recognize the landscape.
I mean, really, let's take a second and slow down and recognize the landscape that is our current market. First off, when did our industry, LO and realtor alike, become so dependent on the government? I mean, really, think about it. Whether you're writing a loan or helping somebody purchase a house, all parties involved are dependent in one way, shape, or form on the government.
FHA and VA, government. USDA zero down loan, government. And finally, Fannie and Freddie, government. And oh yes, the organization that runs them all, the CFPB, government ran and government appointed. Let's not forget the appraisers. They've been turned upside down as well due to government regulations.
If you really take a second and step back and look at our landscape, you'll find that it looks completely different, so much so that I don't even recognize it anymore.
Here's the scary part. Now that we've proved our point and shown who really runs this industry, let's take a look at how the government themselves are ran.
After all this government involvement in our industry was supposedly due to how messed up we really were, so they felt the need to step in and clean it up. So I think it's fair to look into our new governing body to see how their house is kept. So to do so, we're going to need to put a few things into perspective, and to do this, I'm going to paraphrase a cool vlog that I watched this week. So to do this, we need to first understand the difference between $1 million, $1 billion, and $1 trillion.
After all, it's the government, and they only apparently deal in billions and trillions. So real quick, to put this thing into perspective, how long is a million seconds? Is it a few days, a month, a year? Well, it's 12 days. Million seconds is 12 days.
How about 1 billion seconds? How long is that? 5 years? 10 years? No, it's 32 years.
How about the big one? 1 trillion seconds. How long is that? 500 years? 1,000 years? Nope. It's 32,000 years. 1 trillion seconds is 32,000 years.
So now that we understand the difference between $1 million, $1 billion, and $1 trillion, let's look at our governing body's finances. After all, these are the guys running our industry because we couldn't do it ourselves, so let's see how they themselves are ran.
It must be good, right? I mean, these guys are the guys stepping in for us. You know, the teacher has to be better than the student type thing, right?
Well, get this. We all know that their debt is up to $15 trillion, which we can now do the math and put that into seconds. That's a lot of seconds. Well, $15 trillion is a lot of money, so let's just take a look at what it will take to run the country for just 1 year, which, by the way, is $3.7 trillion.
Now that translates into $10 billion a day to run the country. $10 billion every day to break even and run this country. What's that actually look like? Well, let's think of it this way. We need $10 billion a day for the next 365 days. Where can we get that amount of money?
Well, let's make this quick. If we took all the profits from two of our largest corporations, Exxon and Walmart, that would be a good start, but that would just be the tip of the iceberg. Not even close to the amount of money needed to run this country for the next year.
So let's do this. Let's add all the money from all the other Fortune 500 companies. All of them.
All of the advertising money from every Super Bowl ever produced.
Take the salaries from all the professional athletes in the world.
Take 100% of everyone's income in America that makes $250,000 or more.
Take all of Bill Gates and Warren Buffett's money.
Heck, let's also throw in the rest of America's billionaires, all 400 of them.
Stop spending money on all wars as of today.
Take all of Star Wars' income made over the last 35 years.
All the income from the expensive homes in Beverly Hills.
All the sales from all the holiday shopping from this year.
Stop foreign aid, and finally, have every single man, woman, and child in America write a check for $44.
And that, my friends, would run the country for 1 year. What happens next? We just liquidated all of America's richest corporations and billionaires. We stopped spending money and it only got us 365 days. What do we do next? How do we pay for the next year? Get my point, guys?
These are the guys not only running our industry, but more importantly running our country, and they came in to clean our house when their house isn't even close to being in order.
The amount of money we just talked about is astonishing, and the worst part, it was only for 1 year.
Somehow we all collectively let this happen, and somehow we all collectively have to stop it.
I honestly couldn't tell you how, though. I mean, if it takes that much money to run the country for just 1 year, I don't know what to do. I'm not that smart, and I don't know that a change in the White House would matter at this point either. With that being said, we refuse to roll over and let this happen, which is why we took the time to share this with you. Now I hope you guys find this as alarming as we do, and you share this with as many people as you can.
We've said it before, and we'll say it again. There's only one group of people that are stronger than the banks and the government. It's the people. And I think it's time we're heard. At what point is enough enough, guys?
Look, we said it earlier, guys. This show was paraphrased from a video blog that I found earlier this week. And if you'd like to view the vlog in its entirety, you can click below. It's 20 minutes and hosted by Tony Robbins. Now, I'm not a big Tony Robbins fan, but his research team did a bang-up job, and we have to give credit where credit is due. Either way, make sure you share today's show and spread the word about what it really takes to run this country. And oh yeah, as for the help and the oversight by the government, thanks but no thanks. Subscribe for free. See you guys next week.